Hey guys, Marcin here.
And Adrian.
Today we're here at Awaken Realms Next, the very first time on the video. So a little bit stressful for us, but I hope that you will enjoy it. So this is the event where we want to share with you all our plans for 2023, and we've prepared quite some exciting things.
Yeah, we have basically prepared for you 4 major projects to show, and 3 of them are board games. 2 of them are something that are quite big titles, and we hope that you will really enjoy them. We don't want to spoil anything at the moment, so we have to just stay tuned for the proper announcement. And the first project is something is totally new, very exciting, hopefully something that we have never seen before, and we are excited to announce it.
Yep, and also the announcement will happen very, very soon. But before that, we wanted to pay a tribute to 2022. It was an amazing year for board games in general, but also amazing year for us. We delivered some great games, such as ISS Vanguard and Nemesis lockdown games that we are really proud of. But we also had some really cool crowdfunding campaigns, such as Great Wall Reprint, Tama, or Castles of Burgundy Special Edition, and obviously Tainted Grail, Kings of Ruin. So before we'll start with the first announcement, let's pay a tribute to 2022.
Yes, so welcome and enjoy the show.
Okay guys, time for our first announcement. Adrian, since you put a lot of work into this project, please do the honors.
Yes, our first big announcement is something actually very new and exciting, and something that we hopefully has never been seen before. And we used all our experience in producing the premium board game components to creating this new brand.
Yeah, so this is something that we always like to push the boundaries of what is possible to be done in terms of components, and that's why we created the special new brand, Awaken Realms Vault, which will be focused on tabletop accessories, and this very first project will be something very special.
Yeah, so let's check it out.
GameFound campaign is live right now. Go there, you can follow it, you can share your ideas, you can share your feedback. We might be able to create maybe die based on your ideas, so we're super excited to hear what you guys will say. And now, Adrian, if you could talk a little bit more about this project.
Yes, so the project is called Story Dice, and this is the very first project that we wanted to do for the Awaken Realms Vault brand. We have prepared 4 different types of products for this campaign. The first one is a critter dice. These are the dice that are shaped as some kind of creatures, monsters, or characters that you may already know, but more about it later. We also have an adventure dice that are supposed to spice up your adventures. We also have the premium components for the dice and very exciting exclusive boxes for the dices. So we hope that you'll really like them.
Yeah, and in general, with Awaken Realms World, we want to do a premium level of components. So we want to use the best materials. We're putting a lot of effort into the sculpt just to make sure that rolling those dice will be really fun, and all the experience will be awesome, from opening them up, having a great box. That's also really important, right? Then rolling them, and rolling dice is one of the most basic fun thing that you can do in board gaming, RPGs, in general, tabletop activities. So we wanted to kind of bring it to a next level, and I hope that with those story dice, we are actually doing that. The sculpts, our 3D artists are doing pretty awesome sculpts, right?
We didn't want them to just be great looking, but we also want them to feel great as we throw them. But as well, we wanted to bring some kind of new types of interactions to your games, to your RPG stories, to your sessions. And we wanted to add just a bit of new spice to your sessions.
Yep, and in general, they will like not only feel good, but also bring an extra layer of storytelling. You can use different dice for different things, and they look different, so it will be always something new, something exciting. I hope that you guys, this is the first time you're seeing something like that and you're excited. We definitely are. This was quite a fresh idea we did during the brainstorming, and we're excited to invite you to the campaign, and it will be launching in March/April. So before the second announcement, which is a big one, we wanted to make a small tribute to Awaken Realms, which is an organization made up of a lot of super talented, super hardworking people who make all of this possible. And our company motto is change the game, because we always want to push forward of what is possible, just press the limit. And this video is like a small tribute to all of that.
Yeah, so a little gratitude for our amazing and talented team.
So yeah, roll the video.
What if I told you that it's not what you said it is? What if I told you that I wasn't who you said I was? I'm better than I thought I was. Press the limit. What if I told you that it's not what you said it is? It's better than you think it is. Press the limit. I'm a nice dude with some nice dreams. Look, mama got your boy on the big screen. I was really in the mud, had to switch speeds. Had to get it from the ground like a skin knee. Headed for the end zone, break neck speeds. Hand in hand like Gretzky, test me. Sitting on a checkerboard, I'm a chess piece. Marsh pitting in the Met, getting messy, huh? It's not a flex. First round draft pick, really on the text. If you got the government, put it on a check. First name, last name, 6-figure next. Understand, it ain't something you can check. High top J's on the board meeting desk. Me and my team getting busy with the reps. Gotta press the limit and pump through the chest. Figure it out. What if I told you that I wasn't who you said I was? I'm better than I thought I was. Press the limit. What if I told you that it's not what you said it is? It's better than you think it is. Press the limit. Same game, still sticking to the process. From the university.
Okay, so this was a little bit of Awaken style, as we call it internally, which is a bit cringy, but it's whatever, I guess. Time for the second announcement?
Yes, and this is definitely a big one. This is something that we are really passionate about, because basically it's something that we wanted to do from the childhood. This setting is really close to our heart, and we hope you enjoy it.
Yep, living in Poland, our whole team, super excited about this one. So, officially, our next major board game is...
I remember the first time I saw her. So beautiful, so pure and unpredictable. She brought me duty. She brought me happiness. She brought me freedom. Many have tried to enslave her but fail, as she devours the reckless, the greedy, the weak. And so I serve her, I care for her, I receive her gifts. My devotion, my purpose, my zone.
so S.T.A.L.K.E.R, the board game. This one we're really excited about, an IP that we absolutely love. And as you can see, we have a very first prototype in here. You can see the box, you can see some other things, obviously some miniatures as well. And I have here with me Pavel, who's head of our gameplay division.
Hello.
And he put a lot of work into this one. Also, did you play the original game?
Yeah, all 3 of them and a lot of mods afterwards.
How many hours?
Well, too much to speak of. You know, it was... I hope it wasn't logged in any way. But yeah, I love the franchise. I love how the world looked in that. I love this feeling, you know, of exploring this unknown, dangerous world, and you know, a lot of inspiration coming from that and going around in pop culture nowadays. You know.
So tell me, you know, preparing for the board game, like what were the most important things from the original franchise that you wanted to make sure that will be present in the board game experience?
Know, exploration, combat, and this kind of survivalish game where you need to constantly be on your toes and you know, you don't know if you will survive the next few minutes. This constant danger.
What about the zone?
The zone, you know, this huge open environment which constantly changes around you. Like they were pioneers doing the first games in this open worlds we see nowadays in computer gaming, and also here we want to try to distill it into a board game, so to speak.
So talking about the board game, just walk me through, like, you know, categories and kind of how many players, things like that.
We are aiming here at having up to 4 players. You can play true solo as a true stalker going into the zone and trying to survive on your own. We won't do an FPS game, obviously, but we want to have it as a kind of dungeon zone crawler, so to say, with a lot of this tactical combat going in, a lot of sneaking around, exploring the environments, and all of this will be narrative driven most of the time, so you will have your particular scenarios, which will be a part of those bigger tales, which we try to, by which we try to emulate the tales the stalkers tell to each other around, you know, around the fire. Like in this trailer from GSC, like they are sitting around the fire, you know, the guitar plays stories. And telling the stories, what is happening, what's going on.
So in general, as you can see, there are some first components in here. We already played prototype quite a lot, so you know, it's really cool experience for me. The most interesting part is, like, you start the mission, so you first go to mission, you need to put on equipment, you need to decide what to take, what to do, and then you come into the mission and people don't know that you're there, so you're first kind of sneaking around, just making sure there's like a lot of question marks on the map, and you can like peek through the window, see how many enemies is there. There is usually something with zone, like there's like maybe in like 5 turns there is the mission going on, or things like that. So it's like really fun that this kind of first stage of the game is like super tactical. You need to discover things and so forth, and then at some point
you will have to shoot.
You will have to shoot. Yes, exactly. There's something happening, or you will have to, you know, fail.
There will be some twist, like, you know, mutants going around and
in general, then, you know, you need to improvise and you need to try to do what you can. There will be a lot of story choices that you will be taking, and we are involving some really great writers that are experienced in this setting, just to make sure that we'll just make justice to the AP that we really love. We played it. A lot of people from the company played it. I know it's probably being polished that we like post-apocalyptic environment.
Could be.
But in general, super excited about this one. I will put a lot of effort to make sure that this game will be just great and bring you back to the zone and tell all those great stories. GameFound page is up right now. Make sure to follow it. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you expect, so that we'll know also how can we make this game better.
Let them know when to expect
the game. Yes. So the campaign will be going in June this year. Hopefully. There's a good chance that it will be there. Make sure to follow it, and super excited about this one.
I am super excited to have an opportunity to work on such a legendary project. This game has a lot of meaning for me because I remember playing it as a kid. The dark, heavy atmosphere of the game sucked me in, and despite the fact that in few places the game was scary, encourages me to continue exploring the world of S.T.A.L.K.E.R. While working on the prototype of the S.T.A.L.K.E.R game, we focused on depicting the exciting atmosphere of the game world, on the characteristic features, on the beautiful landscapes, crisscrossed with deadly anomalies, abandoned buildings with overgrown vegetations, and mutants who, like us, are trying to survive in the brutal but beautiful zone.
Okay, so before our third announcement, a couple of smaller ones, all connected with Tainted Grail, universe and brand. So first, Kings of Ruin just opened Pledge Manager and late pledge. So if you missed the campaign, you can late pledge for it now on GameFound. There's a link in the description. But also this was a second biggest board game campaign of 2022. Also, most refined Tainted Grail experience. We put a lot of effort to making the experience as fluid and as good as it can be. There is new exciting story, new enemies to learn and defeat. So definitely check it out. The second thing is that we have worked with Agathe Studio for over 2 years on creating a Tainted Grail RPG, and this RPG will have its crowdfunding campaign this year. Agathe Studio put a lot of work into this one. There's like a lot of extra lore, a lot of stories, a lot of extra art. So there's like this whole new kind of universe that you can experience in a different way, in an RPG way. And the third one is an RPG as well, but this time a digital game, an open world RPG, Tainted Grail, The Fall of Avalon video game. This is our most ambitious game by far. We are working on it quite a lot, and we're very near of launching early access. And today I would like to invite you to a world premiere trailer for the Tainted Grail Fall of Avalon video game.
Open your cell. The journey ahead won't be pleasant.
I've been waiting.
What do you want from us?
To take the Excalibur, obviously.
Are you here to help me leave this place?
It's against nature.
Weirdness cannot bring back the dead. The only thing it can bring is misery.
Why are you here?
I need you to kill King Arthur.
It never ends well.
Okay, now time for the third announcement. This one is a really cool adventure that is a bit lighter on the theme than the S.T.A.L.K.E.R board game, but it's really cool. I'm super excited about the world, about the gameplay. It's a lot of fun, and to introduce it, we prepared a special trailer. So without further ado, just check it out.
Stop. Don't go in there, or think twice before you do. For it is a dangerous world, eerily beautiful, yes, but perilous. Even though its balance is protected by mighty ancient dragons, local beasts will have no mercy on you, and worse is soon to come. We thought it was just a legend, but when moons aligned, a gateway to the Shadow Realm opened and spewed devouring darkness into the world. Some say that dragon guardians have enslaved humanity, and once we join the darkness, we will hunt the dragons down and live freely. Others, though, laugh in the face of darkness, ready to protect the dragon guardians. Together, With their spirit-bound companions, they are waiting for the great battle to begin. The war is upon us. Do you have the courage to step in? And if you do, which side will you choose?
Alright, so we're proud to announce the Dragon Eclipse, which is our upcoming board game, which I would say is like a very much adventure board game, right?
Yeah, basically.
And together with me is Kamil, who's the creative lead for this game. And yeah, if you could talk me a little bit through it, like first of all, biggest questions on everyone's mind. Are there dragons inside?
Yeah, there are dragons inside, there are beasts inside, and what is really important, you can tame them and battle together against really strong monsters and enemies.
Okay.
So basically you are making your adventure team with your character, you are developing your character, you are getting new skills, then you are collecting new pets, new dragons, new beasts, new turtles,
Do you have your favorite beast?
I have a few. For example, there is a very nice creature, the owl with a cat body. It looks...
Cat owl or owl cat?
Cat owl. Cat owl will be better. There are a lot of really nicely designed monsters inside the game. Basically, this is the story-based game for 1 up to 2 players.
1 to 2 players,
1
right?
to 2.
So it is like a very strict on the kind of like the experience of
Yeah,
solo or kind of couples experience.
That's right. Our main goal was to create a really great experience for a solo player. But for example, you can play it with your best friend or girlfriend and so on.
Sure.
So Dragon Eclipse works really nice for 2-player games.
Okay. So the way you describe it, so that the game is about adventure. There's like a good story, right? And I'll ask you about the story a little bit in a second. But also one thing that's very interesting in this title is that you will be collecting a lot of pets, and those pets will be very unique and they will be very interesting.
Exactly.
And this is like one of the core aspects of this game, Dragon Eclipse, which there is a story. We'll talk about it a little in a second. But also like the focus of the gameplay is that every pet that you will collect will have a different power, very unique style. You as a character, you have your unique style, and there will be this kind of sense of adventure, discovering the new, and then every enemy that you can battle, you can actually, there will be those that you can actually capture, right? So there's like always this kind of, should I just defeat him, or maybe I'll try to capture him, and things like that.
Yeah, exactly. As you have mentioned, in the Dragon Eclipse, you can catch pets, you can catch beasts, you can tame them, and then you develop their abilities and skills. So, for example, if you met a monster for the very first time, you are fighting against it, and after your long, really exciting, hard fight,
or maybe super easy because you're so powerful.
Depends.
Yes.
You are able to get it, and after you get it, you are able to play with that new miniature that will come together with your character miniature.
And the gameplay is completely lighter. Like, it's not maybe super light, but it is like on the lighter side.
Yeah, exactly. It is not as hard as, for example, Tainted Grail. It is
okay, the bar is high. Anyway, last thing, can you tell us a little bit about the story setting?
Okay, so this is a really nice and colorful fantasy settings with a little plot twist, because in our world there are 2 moons, and when the huge eclipse happens, the shadow realm connects with our world, and the story starts to begin.
Okay. And the dragons are there as well.
There are a lot of dragons.
Okay, cool. All right, thank you very much, Kamil. So, Dragon Eclipse, the game front page is up. You can follow the campaign there. Also, make sure to let us know what you like about it, what's not. There we might show some first design of creatures there. But in general, I'm super excited about it. Already played the prototype a few times. It's really cool, really live game. Very, very fun and very, it has this feeling of a great adventure and kind of discovering this new monster. So we're quite excited about this one, and the campaign will launch at the third quarter of this year, most probably. All right, thank you guys. That's for the Dragon Eclipse.
The setting of Dragon Eclipse has a lighter and more playful tone than the most of our previous games. The moment we develop a visual language for our new project is always the most exciting one. And here we could go wild with our new illustrations and UI designs, since the game has a lot of imaginative, intriguing creatures.
All right, time for the final announcement of this Awaken Realms Next. I would say there's one more thing, and this one, pretty big one. Super excited, hope you guys will be as well. So this is next installment in one of our most popular board games that we've ever created. So let's just roll the video.
Nemesis is the greatest board game ever.
The best thing about this game is the cinematic moments it produces.
Most thematic game, I think, in my top 10.
As far as replayability, I could have this on a table all the time.
What does help is how deep and intricate the theme is.
Review Nemesis. You gotta play Nemesis. You gotta review Nemesis.
It's so wonderfully maddening.
I'm going in. Go, go, go!
So Nemesis is a very special board game. Whether we work on Nemesis or Nemesis Lockdown, we always wanted to give this sci-fi horror feeling, and one of the cool things is this kind of immersive narrative that just appears during gameplay based on the decision of players, based on the aliens trying to kill you, your ship trying to explode, all of the awesome stories that you might have playing the game. And with the third installments, we definitely wanted to keep that DNA of a horror game, horror experience, and this immersive storytelling. But also, there is a small twist, because this time the players will not be a random personnel that just happen to be on Nemesis ship or on the base. This time there will be Marines that are very much prepared for the mission. So we are giving players a little bit more power. It still will be definitely a horror experience with all the Nemesis traits, but there will be a lot of fresh ideas and a lot of different things happening. But to tell you more, we asked Adrian Komarski, author of the game, to share his design ideas for Nemesis 3.
So, it's official. I'm working on the third and probably the last part of the Nemesis series. This game has been with me for a really long time. I started designing the first Nemesis more than 10 years ago. At that time I did not expect that the game would be so popular or even published at all. And yet, here we are. 10 years later, I'm creating the third part of what has become a series. Nemesis is a result of tremendous effort of many people, and I'm really thankful to all of them. But I especially want to thank you all. You, the players who enjoy Nemesis games. Your support for this project goes way beyond my imagination, and there is really no greater joy for a designer than to see people who have so much fun playing your game. So again, big thanks to all of you. I cannot tell a lot about the new part of Nemesis. It is still in my workshop and many things will change during the design and development process. But the main idea that I have in my mind is to give humans an opportunity to take a little revenge for all the hard times intruders gave them. Is this the time when you get better tools to kick some intruders' asses? time will tell.
All right, so the GameFund page is up as well. You can follow it. You can also let us know in the comments what would you like to see and share your feedback, share ideas. We'd love to hear from you. We're super excited for Nemesis and this the third installment, so make sure to follow the campaign. And that will be the last announcement of the day. Hope you enjoyed it.
I love working on Nemesis. It's a very important game to me. I worked on previous editions and feel very connected to the project, among other things because I really like to paint classic sci-fi and twisted alien creatures that hunt people. I think our developers and writers really captured that essence. We wanted to make the art style of Nemesis a bit more dark and realistic to fit the horror aspect of gameplay. We tried a bit of cinematic approach with our illustrations. Colors are limited and cold, the atmosphere is dense and the lights are artificial. Characters with backlight. Interiors are damaged by aliens, though this time our heroes will be better equipped to fight them. There will be alien blood dripping.
That's it, guys. Thank you very much for joining us. We hope that you're as excited as we are.
All of those projects have their dedicated campaigns on GameFund, so if you're interested in them, make sure to go there and follow. Also, we always love to involve our community in our games, so make sure to leave your suggestions, ideas. We'd love together to make those projects as good as possible.
Thank you very much and see you during our crowdfunding campaigns.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, bye.
Welcome to Econopro's station. The current crew number is 0. Probably you would like to ask why you are alone in here. Believe me, it has nothing to do with what human beings use to call teleportation. Actually, it's intermolecular compression. The moment you decide to blink to your projectile, your intermolecular spaces are crushed, turning you into a ball of superdense matter. Then, you're instantly decompressed to your original volume. But as I said, it's completely safe. Remember, you can trust me.
Okay, we lost 5 more days. I tried to find a key, something that would help me understand. The disappearance seemed connected to the activity of the... Wait, what is going on?
Spoiler alert, they all went poof. And you would too if you used one of these 2 pads. That's why I conveniently destroyed them for you. You know, just so that you don't feel tempted. Hey, you shouldn't have been able to get in here. You should definitely turn back if you want me to support you. I gently ask you to stop. I warn you. You are just like them. But luckily, not really like them. We should get to know each other. You tell me one thing you like, and I tell you one thing I like. Okay, let me start. I like metal death traps a billion miles from Earth. How convenient, right?
If fear and dread is what drives you on, and you don't mind putting your life on the line, then this just might be your dream job. Just play your cards right. With a little bit of extra luck,
you might get out of here alive. Now a few house rules to help you survive the lockdown. You work with the hand you were dealt. Do not complain. Your cards are the opportunity and the resource. Rule number 2, improvise. Lady Luck is a fickle mistress. You never know what's behind the corner. Expect the unexpected. Learn how to take advantage of the location you're in. Rule number 3, you are not alone. And I mean that, both in a good and a bad way. Follow these rules and you'll be out of here in no time. Last but not least, trust only yourself. The threat comes from the outside and from within. Take your life in your own hands and survive the lockdown.
The world needs you, and you need this world. Take matters into your own hands. Experience how the world will change when you give it a good, deep clean. Be the protector and a caretaker for all endangered species. Watch how the world comes back to life. You're not alone on this journey. Everyone and everything deserves a fresh start. The rejuvenation begins now.